Hi guys, it's Nancy and I am back at my scrap desk. It's been a long time since I sat here, well over a month. Life happened. I've been away, work has been crazy, yeah, life was just life. So, I've not really been neglecting my channel, just not really been feeling it. As I said, things have been pretty crazy and yeah, not been here, but I've cleared my scrapping desk off and I am planning on doing some scrapping. I printed off this photo to scrap. One of the reasons I haven't scrapped is I haven't printed off any recent photos. I've got my American ones, still haven't printed off any of my Scottish holiday or the week away I just had with my boyfriend. So I've got lots of pictures to print off, but this is a recent one I made, a recent photo I printed of a crochet project I made, which is a little mermaid. So I printed this picture off and then I went through my stash kind of looking for things to use. I'm trying to use up products. I'm still on that vibe because I started at the beginning of the year and I want to carry on. While I was kind of sorting out, I came across this book. Still haven't read this book, but I have mentioned it. But I really love this colour, this cover. It's got like this holographic silver and these blues and yellows, and I thought it worked really well with this photo. So I just thought, okay, this is what then made this book cover, then made me look through my stash and pull out a few supplies. So just want to show you this because, as I said, not the book, because I haven't read the book yet. It's supposed to be really good, but I haven't read it. But this cover gave me some inspiration. So I've gone through and just pulled a few bits out of my stash. I have this envelope, which I believe is Fancy Pants, and it's been in my stash forever. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use it actually as an envelope or I'm just going to use it as the anchors. I have these craftwork cards candy. So they're like little silver bit, look a bit like enamel dots. So I've pulled those out. And then I pulled out a variety of my 6x6 paper pads. So this one is a 2012 collection, I believe, called it's Atlantic by Studio Calico. And again, it has a lot of yeah, kind of nautically bits in here as well. I've used quite a bit of it up, but there is one like another anchor page and stuff like that, so I pulled that one out. I've got the Amy Tan Stitch, which is a 2014 collection. As you can see, I don't have loads left in these. So then this is the 2014 Serenity. Again, different bits and pieces in there. This is the 2014 Crepe Paper Notes and Things. Still got a few bits of that. And then this is the 2014 Adventure Edition from Project Life. So I have that. Haven't changed my back yet. But yes, I've got these bits. I'm on photo. So that is my aim, is to make a layout. It's probably going to be a bit longer because I haven't scrapped for over a month, so that always takes me a little while to warm up. But yeah, I'm hopefully there'll be a decent layout at the end of it. I also, of course, have my big box of die cuts here, which I've just slung in all together. So yes, I will now put you on fast forward. You'll see a layout be created, but I apologise if it's a bit painful. Alright then guys, bye! Hi guys, so I was looking for background paper, and originally I was looking for a watercolour effect piece to go with that, take inspiration from that book cover, but I found this piece which is an old Echo Park, I think it was Everyday Eclectic, 2012 I think. And I decided I quite like the muted tones, and it was kind of like beat shots and kind of, I don't know, I kind of really just saw this and thought, yes, I'm going to use this, because I've been keeping it for ages because there's cameras on the back as well, and I thought I was going to use it, but I never have, so I decided, nope, this is what I'm going to use. So it did change the direction a little bit of my layout, but I definitely take the yellow that was on that book cover. And there is this piece of paper which kind of like got a pre-printed design on, so I'm going to use that to start building up my clusters, but I am going to keep it a bit more muted than I planned. That envelope doesn't end up on there because it was too dark with all the backgrounds. But yeah, so I started off with an inspiration which helped me look at my stuff, but then it moved on. But that's good because at least it gave me a starting ground. Well, to be honest, this took me about an hour, which is long for me to do a layout, but as I said, I haven't scrapped for so long, and I'm pretty happy with the end result, to be honest. I used up lots of older stash, which as I said is a real motivation point of mine at the moment. Even though I've had some new stash arrive recently, I'm still trying to use my old. I was down to a small chunk of paper, but that has since spread out because I've got like 3 kits untouched. So I really need to get back on my scrapping mojo because I still have stuff. So I've taken some papers mainly from the Atlantic collection, and then a piece from that teal piece in the background is from the Adventure collection, or Adventure edition from Project Life. And I'm just kind of wanting to start building up my background cluster really. Some of these papers are a little bit misprinted, so I did just have to cut them out. Often if you get them in 6x6 pads, often where the perforation is not quite right. So I'm just going to start sticking things down. I did mount that photo up in a pink bit. Apologise if you can hear any noise in the background. As I said, I've got my window open because it's sunny. So I'm going to use a ink, and this is one of my favourite stencils, which is from Tim Holtz, and I'm just going to use it to just add a little bit of interest to the background. It is quite muted, sort of photorealistic background, but I just wanted to add a little bit of interest just to push it back a little bit more. It's one of those backgrounds that I kind of love and I hate, but it kind of ended up working with the tones that I used here. I'm going to add some Route 66 mist, my favourite mist ever, and this teal, which I seem to be using a lot just because it's desk, as it tends to happen. I'm also adding a little bit of Dilutions. Again, they kind of seem to be my go-to ones recently. I'm just going to be looking through some bits and pieces of my die cuts. I noticed it on my desk, this was tucked away, and this is mainly... oh, I don't know what collection this was. It's Fancy Pants, so I can't remember what collection. Bits and pieces from that, and I had it sit on my desk for some reason in this container, probably from where I used it, and then I just shoved it out of the way. But then I was looking through the little die cut pieces. There's a 3x4 journaling card that I'm going to use, and then I find another little piece of ephemera which said Splendid. So I'm going to try and use that as well. So I've got a few more bits, and I decide, right, I need to start sticking bits down really. Otherwise I'll leave it too long and then I won't know where I'm sticking everything. So I'm just using my background to line up those pieces. I do add a bit more ink over them just to help everything tie in. And I do like that pop of yellow because there is some yellow tones in that background paper as well. And that's really what I took from that book cover that I showed you. It was the sort of the teals, the blues, and that pop of yellow with some silver. I do end up adding silver, but it's not right to the end. It was something I strung up a little bit with. So I'm now just moving these bits and pieces around. I use my ATG adhesive so I can move it up and down. But this is something, if you watch my videos enough, you see me mess around with tiny bits of paper quite a lot. So yeah, I'm just going to be playing about there. So as I said during my introduction, I've kind of been away from my channel for a while. And no particular reason, other than, you know, life gets in the way. Had a lovely week away with my down in Cornwall in the West Country. Beautiful sunshine. We had a really, really relaxing time. Of course I had a week off work, which meant I had a week's worth of work to catch up on and drama. So work was really kind of crazy since I've been back. So I've had 2 weeks of pretty much madness. Yeah, so that's been a bit challenging. And yeah, just I've been doing more crochet. I'm just chilling in the evening. I've not really been doing scrapbooking where I normally would. I spent some time down the caravan as well, just chilling out, trying to catch up on a bit of sleep. So just things like that, just trying to get myself back in the mood. I'm not pressure on myself to scrap when I'm not feeling it, which is a little bit is what this layout is about. It's about that even though I'm not scrapbooking, I'm still being creative and I'm doing crochet, and it's just a different creative outlet really.
I just wanted to capture that because, yeah, I just think I wanted to include it in my album somehow. So yes, there's that's been going on. Other than that, I've not even really watched much YouTube, to be honest. I've watched a few knitting and crochet podcasts, but that's really about it. I've been listening to lots and lots of podcasts on my phone, not done much reading at all, just really just been chilling. And I just think sometimes you get to a point, and always this point, being a teacher as well, at this point of the year, it's always pretty crazy as well. So yeah, I've just kind of given myself permission to not worry too much. I want to thank the people who sent me messages and stuff and checked that I was okay, and to the new subscribers I've gained since I've not been posting. I'm going to try and get back to posting sort of 2 or 3 times a week. Of course, I have my Hey Little Magpie blog posts that go up at the beginning of each month, so I always have videos that go with those. But I am getting back into just doing some scrapping for me. I've purchased a few new albums. So I've got several projects that I want to come up. So I say I want to do one for the recent trip away I had with my boyfriend. I've still got my Scottish one to do. And I am going to Harry Potter World again. I've already been once, but I'm going again with my boyfriend and my niece, my nephew, my sister, my dad. So I've got that coming up as well. And last time I went, I dropped the battery out of my camera in my boyfriend's car, and we could not find it anywhere. We literally had his car up and down, couldn't find it. So I ended up going around it with my iPhone, which was only, I think it was only a 4 at the time. Yeah, I think it's an iPhone 4. So the picture would really poop, and yeah, I didn't really scrap too much of it. So this time I'm going to take both my cameras and get some good pictures to take, so I can make kind of almost like a whole album, just to kind of capture the day, and it's going to be a nice sort of family outing as well. So yes, I've got several projects in line, not touched my American album. So yes, I think first thing I need to do is get some photos printed. So I've had 2 laptops for a while. One of them is, I say, one of them's like 2.5 years newer than the other one, and my older one, which I'm recording this on, is starting to show signs of wear and tear and age. I've been transferring over photos and stuff. I've got everything on hard drive as well, and trying to put programs over on the other one, just so I can, you know, make sure that if this one dies a death, that most of my stuff's there. But I just needed to do that. So once I'm all transferred over, I think I'll then do a photo order, because probably going to have probably got 200 pictures, 150 pictures that I'll probably about 100 pictures I'll print for Scotland. I've got probably about 70-80 pictures from my week away with my boyfriend, and about another 50-60 from Harry Potter World. So yeah, I think I'm going to have quite a few to print, so probably end of July I'm going to put an order in, which will then give me stuff to scrap throughout the summer. So as I've been chatting away and just catching up with what's been going on, I've just been digging out some little bits and pieces from my stash, which includes some like a Chamel Polaroid cutout that was cut out from a piece of paper, some little die cuts and stickers which are from Stamping Up Project Life. I pulled out this Create, which is a jelly bean soup, which picks out the orange which is in some of the, the background, that yellowy red one. I do end up bringing more orange in, because I'm going to mount this whole layout in orange as well. I do put out that little freckled fawn puffy face, but I do end up taking him off, because that's where I'm going to put my silver bits and pieces. So I'm now just trying to find a font to use to put the rest of my title. I was going to go with this navy, but because there was not any other navy really on there, then that little blue frame was navy, and those are actually navy. They're probably they're showing up more black on here, so there is navy in there, but I didn't want to do a navy title because it was just slightly the wrong colour, so I'm going to be using that cream. been doing that. I find these Chamel stickers. I actually have 2 of these sticker books because I picked another one up cheap from Hobbycraft when I was away. I think it was like £2, so I had to get it because it was a bargain. And I've been putting off using that silver coffee cup because I didn't want to use it up. So I've used these little strip stickers, and they have silver in them. So that is how I'm going to bring silver into this layout, because of course I had those silver candy dots which I wanted to use, and I do end up getting them on there, which is good, because I knew I wanted to take that silver from that book cover. So I'm now just going to start my title, and I said I'm just using these cream stickers, and that create is pretty white, I'm just going to say, but I did just edge it with a little bit of ink, but I've got the white of the Polaroid frame as well, and I'm hoping that it's just going to tie in. There is white in between those sort of pictures in the background, and there is then white on the paper that I mount the whole layout in. So overall I think it kind of ties together quite well. So my title is Create with Passion, and it just is basically going to mean me talking about, it doesn't matter if I'm doing a scrapbook page, I am doing a YouTube video, a crochet project, I am knitting, just doing it with passion really, and doing it for me, not for anyone else. So yeah, it's kind of probably a little bit of a deep subject, but you know, I kind of wanted to know how I'm feeling at the moment. So I pulled out a couple of silver hearts from the Chamel sticker book, and this is where I'm going to take that little freckle fawn face off. It is very cute, but I'm going to end up taking that off. I'm going to put those silver candy dots, which look like enamel dots basically, and then I used just a tiny little foam dot underneath them, and that just sticks them down. And I like it. It probably is not showing up on video as well, but in real life the silver picks up from the bit above the top and bottom of the photo, and when I put my journaling on as well, that's going to map in quite well. So this is the Jelly Bean Soup paper that I decided to put out. Again, I think this is 2014. It was from Social Soup, so an older one of their collections, and it's going to bring out the Creator's Jelly Bean Soup again, so it's the same orange tone. Down the bottom here, that's cut off, I'm just putting a Create rub-on that also I had on my desk. So I like to use repetition in my layout, so I'm just repeating that word Create, and then I'm going to mount the whole layout on that orange paper. So that's cool. I did have a little bit of problem with these rub-ons, but as you normally do with rub-ons. So just going to chop a bit off the side and the top. Hadn't really done much there, so it didn't make much difference. Of course, if I know I'm going to do it, normally I do it to start with, but I didn't. Going to add a little bit more ink. I'm not going to mount the paper, gut the paper, because yeah, I have so much paper, and it's orange, and I don't know if I'm ever going to use it again. So I'm just sticking it down and calling it. So thank you very much, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video back. I promise I will have some more content up on my channel soon, and I will speak to you then. Bye!